Hello, YouTube! My name is Scott, and I just got around to watching Cobra Kai. Now, Season 3, Episode 7 is called Obstáculos. And yeah, I did actually look up how to pronounce that because it's in Spanish and I didn't really want to get it wrong. But obviously, it means obstacles. And there are plenty of people going through some obstacles in this one. Let's see. This is the one that begins with a training montage between Johnny and Miguel where he's learning how to walk again. Johnny's the one putting him through this, which seems a little exploitative on occasion. Like, he has Miguel doing sit-ups while creating a beer keg. So that is Johnny has tapped so he can drink from it. He's like doing leg press. He's doing leg presses with Johnny's living room table and so on and so forth. But you get a nice little montage that ends with them walking up to a dumpster, nodding at each other, and throwing out his crutches and wheelchair. So great. And he gets to go back to school. Now, he was talking with Johnny about wanting to reopen a dojo. Obviously, they can't call it Cobra Kai. Johnny wanted to literally call it Cobra Kai with a K, because it's 3 Ks, and yeah, he realized that's a bad idea. Johnny's also a little hung up on the fact that he hasn't been messaged back from Allie yet, but that's not really an issue in this one. So, at school, Miguel tries to talk to Hawk. Kyler, who has totally swallowed the Cobra Kai Kool-Aid because that guy really needed to learn to punch more effectively, is bullying Dimitri, and signed his cast with, let's face it, a giant dick that runs from his elbow to his wrist. Yeah. Now, Johnny gets into the school, sneaking in because, there's security. But it's like he went to school there, he knows the secret ways of getting out. And he confronts some of the Cobra Kai kids with this speech about, he knows he didn't really do the right thing by them, but he's going to try to, and he wants them to meet at his new dojo. Now, the thing with that is, it's a public park because he literally couldn't afford anywhere else. Because he's talking about trying to find real estate in LA. There's this funny bit where he walks off and knocks a kid's books out of his hands. Like, sorry kid, old habit. So by the end of the day, Yasmin, who saw the way Kyler was treating Dimitri and apparently has learned a little bit of humility from the front wedgie Aisha gave her, she signs Dimitri's cast. And it's immediately on Kyler's graffiti, and it says, "I love your big dick." I don't know if I'm going to get monetized or whatever, censored or whatever for that, but that's what happened. Don't come at me for it. So, yeah, there's clearly supposed to be sparks brewing there that Yasmin's probably going to deny because Dimitri's still a geek. But whatever. Now, the episode ends with Johnny in the park with the students that actually showed up. He goes through another little motivational speech, and it turns out he's named his dojo, which technically isn't a dojo because they don't have space, but you don't need a dojo to be a dojo. And he pulls out these shirts that say Eagle Fang Karate, which is kind of a cool name if you can overlook the fact that eagles don't have fangs. And all will be good, except Hawk shows up with some kids. And Johnny's like, all right, they actually listened, make some room for them. And then Kyler and Tori are there. And then all of Cobra Kai is there, and Kreese is there. And he talks about giving him the last chance to rejoin Cobra Kai. And Johnny does the right thing, damn it. He's not going back. And Kreese is all threatening and shit. But the bigger obstacle that needs to be overcome for this episode is what's going on with Sam. Daniel and Amanda tell her, they're going to reopen Miyagi-Do, and Sam's like, I don't want to do karate anymore. So Daniel takes a day off, lets Sam skip school, and they go fishing. Now, it turns out the last time they were on that lake, they were fishing with Mr. Miyagi. And he caught this huge fish, and they were talking about how Sam learned how to balance on the bow of the ship, or on the bow of the boat. It's not a ship. It's not big enough. And Sam realizes this is all supposed to be a big karate lesson, and she doesn't want to. She just wants to go home. And as they're getting in the car, Sam admits to Daniel she basically has PTSD. He's like, okay, come with me. Does he take her to therapy? Because Sam clearly needs therapy? No. They go to the All Valley Sports Arena, where we get some more Karate Kid clips, and Daniel tells her how, he had to be the one to get up and face his fear. There's this thing from one of the movies where Mr. Miyagi says losing to opponent is fine, but it's not okay to lose to fear. And, basically saying, it's okay if you lose, you just, as long as you stand up and face what you're afraid of, which is a great lesson. But also, I think Sam could use some therapy. And the last shot of the two of them is back at their home dojo, where Daniel pulls out a couple of staffs to fight with. Is it just... I didn't think karate used bow staffs. Like, I see a bow staff, and I think Donatello and the Ninja Turtles. But that's just me. And it turns out that, the way he taught her how to cast with a fishing rod is actually a move that you can use to block with a staff. It was totally a coincidence, of course. Let's see. And oddly enough, that about covers it. There wasn't really as much going on in this episode as the other one. It was kind of funny watching Johnny go around trying to find even, like, the smallest space to train with his new dojo. I'm just waiting to see Kyler get his beat down. Hawk's talking about how he's Cobra Kai for life. I don't believe it. I'll bet you anything he's going to do a babyface turn. Yeah, I'll throw some wrestling terms in, talking about karate. But anyway, that's what I think. What do you guys think? How about you leave a comment down below, like the video, share it around, subscribe if you're so inclined, hit that bell icon for notifications for when I put another one up. And until next time, I have been Scott, and this has been Just Got Around to Watching, an offshoot of opinions no one cares about. Everyone has opinions. This one was mine.